from the liquor store, man. How's everybody doing today, man? And hey, I let y'all have Victory Monday. I let y'all celebrate that body that the Dallas Cowboys caught against the Philadelphia Eagles. You know, we've been smoking on that Eagles pack for a full day and a half at this point, man. On Monday, man, we celebrated. You know, it was a national holiday. It was a national holiday. We were in the liquor store drunk. We had the Eagles pack in the air, smoking all 53 strains of that shit, man. But now it's time to get back to work, man. It's gonna be our first look at the Dallas Cowboys versus the Buffalo Bills. We're gonna break down some of the basic information about them, and then as the week progress, our in depthness with the procedures are going to progress. So we'll start at face value, then we'll always work ourselves into the more nuanced stuff. So we're gonna take a surface level look at the Buffalo Bills to wet our palate, and then we're gonna have ourselves a good show though, man. I'm gonna give y'all about an hour and some change, and we're gonna rock out in the liquor store, man. But hey, let me take the time out to salute everybody that's already in the building rocking with us right now, man. There's a bunch of folks already in the building rocking with us right now, man. My boy Danny Savage, what's up with you, man? How you living? T Smooth TV, what's up with you, my guy? Salute to you. Justin Kitchen helping us practice manifestation in the liquor store, man. I see you with the 6 championship trophies. Dornell Lamar, I see you, man, helping us practice manifestation with the 6 flames, man. 434 Cowboy, I see you helping us practice manifestation with the 6 trophies. Israel Madrid, what's up with you, man? My boy said he got his snack and his drink ready. He ready to jump into this content. I know that's right, my boy. And also, thank you for helping us with the manifestation. I see you. Joe Chanchina, I see you. Thank y'all for tapping in. Michael Nelson, what's up with you, my brother? Salute to you. Thank you for rocking with us over here in the liquor store, man. And hey, y'all know the usual rules and regulations when y'all tap in with your boy Henny the Moore over here in the liquor store, man. The first thing I need y'all to do, man, is hit that like button. The more likes that we get on these videos, man, the more that these platforms will promote the content that we put out. So if you're on Facebook, you're on YouTube, hit that like button, man. It goes a long way in helping us with this algorithm. They be trying to hate us out. They be trying to, knock us off our pivot. But those likes and those shares go a long way helping your content creators out, man. So you want us to continue to do good. You want to continue to grow. You want to continue to prosper over here in the liquor store. Just hit that like button, man. Ain't gonna cost you a dime, and it still help your boy shine, man. And also, a lot of y'all already doing it, man, because hey, y'all know me. I have the same opening every time that we come in here, man. I have the same opening every time, and that's for a reason, because practice makes perfect, and we everybody know at this point that we practice manifestation inside of the liquor store, man. Everybody knows that we practice manifestation inside the liquor store. So if you don't understand, if you want the Dallas Cowboys to win their 6th title this year, I need you to share the content 6 times, and I need you to drop 6 emojis. A lot of y'all done dropped the emojis already, but I need y'all to share. You can share it to 6 different, Facebook groups, 6 different group chats. You can share it to 6 different family members, friends, co-workers, haters. It ain't gotta be a Cowboys fan that you share it with, man. Unless you can send my content to an Eagles fan. I be talking crazy about them. They need to see the shit. So, hey, share the content 6 times, drop 6 emojis like my boy Kelvin Hicks, and hey, we're gonna manifest that 6th title for the Dallas Cowboys, man. Hey, Gabby, what's up with you? Kelvin Hicks, what's up with you? Danny Savage, what's Gucci, my boy? I see my boy Rocket getting jump to the into the transfer portal, man. It's gonna be a huge blow for my Arkansas Razorbacks, but hopefully, with us bringing back Bobby Petrino, our offense will be a little bit better this year. Hey, Keystone, I see you too, man. Salute to you. But y'all don't hit that like and share. But the most important thing that I need from y'all, man, I need y'all to slap the shit out of a Buffalo Bills fan, man. Now listen, Bills Mafia, they're a big fan base. I know you can find them, but I live in the South. Man. I ain't never seen no Buffalo Bills fan. Not a day in my life I have never seen a Buffalo Bills fan, man. But if you can find one, if you can go through the motions of finding a Buffalo Bills fan and you slap the shit out of him, I will be able to give you half off on all the merchandise inside the liquor store. And we got exactly what you need to succeed over here, man. We got Cowboys, we got gin, we got hen, and everything else under the sun that can make you sin. So tap in with your boy, Henny the More, and come get drunk in the liquor store. He said, I'm not wishing that Keystone. I'm just looking at it as a business decision. Hope Cowboys win. Oh, well, listen, I'm gonna say this about the spread. On the spread, you usually get 3 points just for being at home. So the fact that it's not a full 3 points, Vegas is pretty much saying it's a pick'em game. So they think it's a 50-50 outing for the Dallas Cowboys versus the Bills. They think it's basically damn near even money. If you look and you see the point spread is only 3 points, they not really sure they damn self. But yeah, man, so make sure y'all hit that like button, make sure you hit that share button, make sure you slap the dog shit out that Bills fan. And listen, we still smoking on that Eagles packs. You can slap their ass up one more time if you want to, man. You can slap their ass up one more time if you want to. But outside of that though, man, the last thing I need y'all to do is to hit that Cash App or that Super Chat, man, if you trying to get down with this raffle I got going on, man. Because right now I am raffling away a Dallas Cowboy versus Detroit Lions ticket. Right, we're raffling away this ticket right now. We're going to end the raffle on the 15th, and it's only $5 to enter. It's going to be Saturday Night Football, a nationally televised game. There's going to be playoff implications, and Jimmy Johnson will be going to the Ring of Honor. So if you want to be a part of history, you want to be able to see a real entertaining Dallas Cowboys football game at the stadium, then hit the Cash App or the Super Chat. It's $5 a pop, and we'll end the raffle on the 15th. That's the last day to get your entries in. But now that we got that out the way, man, let's go ahead and just talk about the Buffalo Bills. All right, let's just go ahead and talk about the Buffalo Bills, man. So they're like a Jekyll and Hyde team, in my opinion. Just like in broad terms, they're like a Jekyll and Hyde team for me. Because I've seen this same team that beat the Kansas City Chiefs, and don't get me wrong, like the Chiefs, they got Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid. I respect them, but they're not the same team that they are. But I seen them beat that team. I seen them go and beat that team, and also I seen them lose to the Jets with Zach Wilson. I've seen them lose to the Denver Broncos, who've been struggling quite a bit. I've seen them. I've seen them lose some games they had no business losing to. Because listen, I know the national media, they're gonna hype this game up. Josh Allen, the boy wonder, the guy that they swore up and down up until this year was way better than Dak Prescott, right? They swore up and down he was way better. They're going to hype this game up of him versus Dak Prescott, the old rivalry. We played them in multiple Super Bowls, beat them both times, of course, because they never won one. Right? They're going to hype this shit up. This is a 7-16. This is a 7-16. So this is a team, like, they do some things good. They do some good things. And hold that thought. Yeah, they do some good things, man. They do some good things, but man, they're a very unreliable team when it comes down to it. They said, what happens if Dallas lose to the Bills or Miami and the Eagles lose to the Cardinals? I'm really not sure about the tiebreaker scenarios, right? Because they beat, it wouldn't really phase it. What we really want, the best scenario for the Dallas Cowboys is for us to win out and for the Eagles to drop a game. That's the surest way with the less confusion. Like, just outright have a better record than the Philadelphia Eagles at the end of the season. That's the easiest thing to understand. Like, all these tiebreakers and stuff, we'll have to really go through that with a fine-tooth comb. And some of the stuff, I'm not really sure, because if I'm not mistaken, they already lost to the Jets, who was a common opponent. They already lost to the 49ers like we lost to the 49ers. So, if we were to lose a game, we need to lose a game to the Detroit Lions or something. Like, if we're talking about the tiebreakers, it would need to be like to the Lions or something. It would mess up our conference record, but it'll be You know, it's a bunch of shit. You know what I'm saying? It's a bunch of stuff. You really don't want to lose any of these games, especially with all of them being, especially with all of them being, crucial to us. Because they're all winnable games. Like the Dallas Cowboys are a better team than every team that we're going to play. The Buffalo Bills are 7-6. We're a better team than them. On paper, we're a better team. You know what I mean? When you look at the when I look at the Miami Dolphins, they just lost a game to the Tennessee Titans they had no business losing. And they're going to be down Connor Williams, who is their starting center, who is our former Dallas Cowboy. He's out for the season with an ACL injury. So you can line Michael Parsons up over a backup center the entirety of the game if you wanted to, and simulate some pressures just by doing that. So there's a bunch of favorable things. The Detroit Lions, their defense is very questionable. Dak Prescott has never lost to the Detroit Lions in his NFL career. I feel confident in that game. We already done spanked the Commanders. So when you hold that thought, man. I did not even see this. Salute to my boy Michael Nelson for the $20 cash out, man. They got you 4 raffle entries for the Dallas Cowboys versus Lions game. So thank you for the love and thank you for rocking out with me. And if you want to be like my brother Michael Nelson and improve your odds of winning the ticket, all you got to do is hit the cash app or the super chat, man. Thank you for the love. Rico Jones, I see you. So in the event Cardinals beat both of us, then what? I'm so cool. Yeah, like the tiebreaker scenarios are very confusing. Especially after you play 17 games, you got to go back and you got to go back and fact check who everybody done played and everything else. So we'll figure it out. So they got Notre Dame's left Tommy Einzberg. Okay. They're going to be very interesting. Yeah, and listen, Josh Allen is 1-0 against us. We've only played Josh Allen once, but get back a motherfucker, man. A very interesting thing that people might not have noticed. Now, outside of the Denver Broncos, like Dak Prescott, when he plays a team for a second time, he wins. He lost to the Jets the first time around. He beat them. He lost to the Carolina Panthers the first time around. He done beat them the last 2 times that we played them. Right? So usually when you get one up on Dak Prescott, he comes back with a vengeance and he gets that get back. But let's just go ahead and take a look at Josh Allen, right? We're gonna just take a look at Josh Allen. We're gonna start with the negative because I like slander. We're gonna start with the slander, then I'll say some good things about him. So, as you can see, these are the NFL players with the most turnovers in the National Football League this year, right? So Joshua Dobbs and Josh Allen are both tied, for the league high in turnovers with 17. Both of them boys have 17 turnovers on the season, right? If I'm not mistaken, Josh Allen, in terms of interceptions themselves, he still leads the league in interceptions. So Josh Allen, they always talk about the fact that, hey, he leads the NFL in total touchdowns. He got 35. That's cool. They do score points. They can't put the ball in the end zone. But he also puts his team behind a lot with the plays that he makes. Josh Allen, for as good of a football player that he is, for as good as a football player as Josh Allen is, he puts the ball in harm's way a lot. And a lot of times there's no need for it. He attempts throws he has no business making. He holds on to the ball way too long because he trusts his ability to extend plays and make something out of nothing. So he is a person. Hey, they say he's so great. And yeah, that's not true. That's not true. No matter how good of a player you are, when you turn the football over, it's to the detriment of your football team. To the detriment of your football team. Right? It's very hard to win football games where you lose the turnover margin because you're giving your opponent extra possessions. And a lot of times when turnovers happen, you get much better field position, from a turnover than you would, on a kickoff or a punt. Like most times with the way that they have the kickoff rules, you're really not gonna get a run back. Punt coverage for some teams be exceptional. So when you turn the ball over, especially when you turn the ball over midfield, or you turn the ball over in your own territory, like that's very detrimental to your team. You're putting your defense at a very big disadvantage. And he's done that 17 times this year. There is a reason that they are one game above 500. And it's mainly Josh Allen. Now, has he played some good football in spurts this year? Yes. He's had games where he's gone crazy. He's also had games where he's lost the game single-handedly for his football team. So, this narrative that turnovers don't matter is just not true. And listen, turnovers happen. Turnovers do happen, but it gets to a point, man, where enough is enough, right? Because even when the boy, what's his name, Matthew Stafford, even when he won the Super Bowl, he led the NFL in interceptions. He didn't really turn the ball over in the postseason like that, right? He really didn't turn the ball over in the bigger games. In the postseason, he did not turn the ball over, and he still, if we're being honest, 17 interceptions. He threw 40 touchdowns. He had over 40 touchdowns. Josh Allen is not going to have 40 touchdowns passes by the time that the season is over, right? Because he has less passing touchdowns than your quarterback. But yeah, so right now Josh Allen leads the entire NFL in turnovers, tied with Joshua Dobbs. As you do know, you are a very opportunistic defense. So one thing I will say about Josh Allen, he does not really get sacked. He does not get sacked like that. So, this is going to be a game that's going to be decided, by our ability to turn the football over. Matter of fact, I'm going to bring up the advanced passing stats, right? I'm going to bring up the advanced passing stats for the 2023 season. And we'll look at pressures and things like that. And, you'll see that Josh Allen really, and that really makes me wonder, what the hell does Josh Allen be doing then? Because if you look at his pressure rate and you look at the times he's been sacked and stuff, it doesn't seem like he should throw as many interceptions. It doesn't seem like he should throw as many interceptions or have as many turnovers as he does in the grand scheme of things. Because when you look at the times he's been hit, the times he's been pressured, pressure rate, sack rate, it's not bad. He's actually one of those quarterbacks that have been sacked the fewest times in the National Football League. So matter of fact, let me go ahead and screen share this next one so I can share this with y'all. Oh yeah, he's guaranteed to throw one. I feel like the run Bland or Stephon Gilmore will bait him into one. And another thing that people don't be you say Henny is going to be a lot of sacks. Connor Williams is out. Well, that's the other Connor Williams, I thought. That's the Connor Williams for hold on. That's the Connor Williams for the Dolphins, ain't it? Yeah, that's for the Dolphins. That's the Connor Williams that we used to have. He's out for the Dolphins. Yo, what's up with you, Candy Hudson? Thank you for tapping in and showing love. Bruce got the toxic shoes. What's up with you? Yeah, he's guaranteed to turn the football over. At least once. At least once. Well, let me get this advanced passing stats up here. Here we go. All right. So if you can see what I'm seeing right now in regards to the quarterbacks, this is the advanced passing statistics. This is from Pro Football Reference. Very good site. Free site. You want to go and check stats. This is right here for the pressure rate. And you look at hurries, the amount of time that Josh Allen has been hurried. He's not in the top 10. So he's 12th in quarterback hurries. He's only been hurried 32 times. Right? Patrick Mahomes, Geno Smith, CJ Stroud, Jalen Hurts, Sam Howell, Zach Wilson, Justin Herbert, Jordan Love, Russell Wilson, Trevor Lawrence, Kenny Pickett. They're all ahead of him. Right? They're all ahead of Josh Allen in terms of hurries. So not perfect, but it's not halfway bad either. Right? Cause we played way worse quarterbacks. Quarterback with way worse protection. In terms of quarterback hits, I'm trying to see if I can even see his name up here. I don't even see Josh Allen's name on the first page. I got to scroll down a little bit. Where his ass at? There it go. There it go. So he 13th in quarterback hits. So he's been hit 34 times. He's been hurried 32 times. But really, it's the sacks that really threw me off when I looked at dude. So of course, you've seen Sam Howell been sacked 48 times. Bryce Young 48. Zach Wilson 42. Yada 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 yada. You got to go all the way down to number 31 to see Josh Allen. Josh Allen's only been sacked 18 times on the season. Josh Allen has only been sacked 18 times in the season so far. So you know. So you know, I don't really know, you know, how big of a factor our pass rush will be. You know what I'm saying? It's not like he goes down a lot. Now he's able, and then listen, that might him throwing these bullshit picks might be the reason he doesn't have so many sacks. You know what I'm saying? You actually got to watch the film on some of these interceptions to see if he's trying to just get rid of the ball because he's going to take a sack and, you know, it comes out awkwardly, or, you know, it's really a bunch of stuff that goes into it. Really a whole bunch of stuff that goes into it. Yo, Daniel Berry Sports Highlights. What's up with you, man? Thank you for tapping in and showing love. Oh, no, I ain't talking about the Dolphins just yet. We talk about the Bills. We play the Bills first, then we play the Dolphins, you know. So we're going to go in order of operation, like in class. I think that shit was PIMDIS or something they were used to tell us. Yeah, it might have to be a cover sack kind of day. It might have to be a cover sack kind of day. Because he hasn't been sacked much. Hasn't really been, you know, under a lot of pressure. You look at his pressure rate, which is very telling. Like, how often does the pressure get to him? It's one of the lowest in the National Football League. Right? Because Dak is very, very low on this list too. Because, you know, Dak Prescott pressure rate is only 15%. Right? He's out there navigating shit out that pocket. Josh Allen, you know, pressure rate is 15.8. So it's not like teams are getting to Josh Allen often. You know, teams aren't really bothering Josh Allen with the pressure. And listen, you got a point. He has not played the Lions just yet. Mm-hmm. And I agree with y'all. This is going to be a game, in my opinion, where you make a difference with the ball in the air. You make a difference in this game when the ball is in the air. See if you can trick Josh Allen. Listen, he trusts his arm. He trusts his arm. He will try and throw footballs into the tiniest of windows because he got great arm talent. Like he has a super strong arm, probably one of the strongest arms in the National Football League. He is not shy at all about trying to throw. You know, these super tight, small window passes down the field. So show him a look, show him a hole that isn't there, and hopefully he hits one of the defensive backs right in the stomach with the football. Right? I believe from a coverage standpoint, you know, you can show him some stuff, disguise some stuff, and give him some issues. But overall, they've done a good job so far this year of actually protecting Josh Allen. Says second half weather will be in the 20s. Think whoever runs better wins. We did bully Eagles. And listen, I'm glad you brought that up. I'm glad you brought up running. Because this is not a team that has a great rushing defense right now. So we're gonna use NFL.com for this metric right now. If you're wondering where I'm gonna pull the next this next batch of stats from, this is gonna be NFL.com. So let me go ahead and yo, JR, what's Gucci, my boy? Thank you for tapping in and showing love to the liquor store, man. And hey, everybody, make sure y'all hit that like and share button on the way in, man. Make sure y'all hit that like and share button on the way into the liquor store. All right, so this, as you can see, this is the defense. We're gonna move it over to rushing. So this is rushing defense so far this year. So then we're gonna order it from least to most. So the ones at the top are the better run defenses, and as you go down, they get worse. So 49ers, Bears, Patriots, Jaguars, Vikings, Eagles, Dolphins, Texans, Lions, Bucks, Browns, Ravens, Cowboys, Titans, Falcons, Chargers, Rams, Commanders, and then you see the Buffalo Bills. Then you see the Buffalo Bills. Right? So it's not like they have a great run defense. So 32, 31, 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20. So they're the 19th ranked run defense in the National Football League. So it's not like, hey, what's up with your landlord? They've been tapping in and showing love to the liquor store, man. And hey, if y'all have not went over there and subscribed to my brother page, man, make sure that y'all go sub. Make sure y'all go support. My brother always putting in work, making good content. So y'all make sure you go support the trap over there, man. That's my boy right there. But yeah, the weather should not play a part. It's not supposed to be any precipitation of any kind. No rain, no snow, no bad wind or anything like that. It shouldn't affect the game. It's supposed to be sunny, with a slight overcast or some shit like that. The Henny question: how much better is the Niners than us without being biased? Really, with the way that we're playing right now and the way they're playing, it's really a toss-up. If we're being honest, non-biased, I really can't say. Some people will give the Niners the edge because they beat us head-to-head, but the 49ers, have not had as good of a run as the Dallas Cowboys this last half of the season. Because remember, they went on a 3-game losing streak. They were on a 3-game losing streak at one point, right? And since we lost to the 49ers, the Dallas Cowboys are 7-1, 8-1, some shit like that. So ever since we played the 49ers, we've only lost one game, and that was a road game at the Eagles where we only lost by 5 points. So, you know what I mean? So in terms of how teams are playing right now, there's really an argument for the Cowboys. There's an argument for the 49ers. So just gonna have to line it up and see where shit fall. Because, hey, in my opinion, we are not the same team that we were when we played the 49ers the first time. When we played the 49ers the first time, our offense was only running motion about 30% of the time. Now our offense is running motion about 70% of the time. Our offense is running motion about 70% of the time. Dak Prescott only had 5 passing touchdowns, right? Like he was not on course to be an MVP, when we first played the San Francisco 49ers. Now he's an MVP favorite. You know what I'm saying? It's different. It's different right now. Like Dak Prescott's playing better, the offense is playing better. And as quiet as kept, like there is actually a scenario where the Dallas Cowboys win the 1 seed. I know we don't talk about it, but if the Dallas Cowboys win out, we only need the Eagles to lose 1 and the 49ers to lose 1. And the 49ers actually play Baltimore. They actually play a real football team. So it's not like they just have a cakewalk all their games. There is a possibility of them losing to the Baltimore Ravens. There's a very good opportunity for the Philadelphia Eagles to lose to the Seattle Seahawks or drop one of their last games. Right? They got their former defensive coordinator coming back for a revenge game with the Cardinals. The the Giants are actually a fringe playoff team right now. They're actually only a game back from the final wild card spot in the NFC, so they're going to be out there trying to play for that. They just won 3 games straight, so we'll know they're not trying to tank. It's a divisional game that'll be tough. And on the Seattle game, they actually traveled to Seattle. Yo, what's up, JR? I said, damn deal. Any way I can send you some content? Yeah. If you got content, man, hit me in my inbox, man. On Facebook, it's Henny the Moore. On Twitter, it's More Henny. So you got content to send, JR, just hit my inbox on one of those platforms. But thank you for the love and the $2 super chat, man. You're $3 away from another raffle entry. He said, I just don't think they that much better than us. Hey, there's nothing wrong. There's no reason to feel that they're that much better than us. Because Dak Prescott is playing better or just about as good as Brock Purdy, right? Because he's the one that the MVP favorite right now, Dak Prescott, right? So Dak Prescott is playing the best football of any quarterback in the league right now. Your boy Jake Ferguson is playing like a top 10 tight end, right? So he's having real good production. CeeDee Lamb is better than their best wide receiver. You could say Ayuk or Deebo Samuel. He's better. Like flat out, CeeDee Lamb is a better wide receiver than either one of them boys is. Defense, it's close. Running back, they got the better running back in Christian McCaffrey. We can't even deny that shit no more. So, it's very close. It's very close. I still feel like we got better defensive backs, and I feel with our new offense, with the way that we've been attacking guys down the field, what was a missing aspect of the game the first time that we played, I feel like we'll be much better suited to actually beat the 49ers. I feel like we'll be much better suited to beat the 49ers. Just schematically. I mean, he can. Like, they got similar skill sets. But CMC is having a better season. So, I'm going to give him the nod. You told me to be unbiased. So, I just got to give CMC the nod. He said their linebackers make it hard for us because they take the middle of the field away. We need to actually challenge them a little bit more. They believe in Fred Warner. Right, they believe in Fred Warner and his coverage ability, but we had a mismatch that we wanted the last time. Let me see. Oh, a 49ers fan found his way in here on a Cowboys versus Bills podcast. That's crazy. He said your Cowgirls are delusional. Worry about your nightmare. What nightmare schedule, Chris? The 7-6 Bills. The Miami Dolphins that just lost to the Tennessee Titans, the Detroit Lions that have never beaten Dak Prescott, or the Washington Commanders that we already done beat by 30. You need to worry about the Ravens more than we need to worry about anything we got going. But thank you for coming over here and showing love to the platform, though, my guy. You said 49ers secondary is food. Yeah, man. One thing the 49ers got going for themselves that we don't is they had a 3-game losing streak. I don't know what it feels like to lose 3 games in a row. I don't know what that would feel like. I don't know what the hell that would feel like. He said he can do it, but CMC, yeah, CMC is better. I'm gonna give CMC his love. I like Tre'Davious Ward. I really don't like the Dallas Cowboys let him go, because we traded away Tre'Davious Ward for a backup offensive lineman that's no longer even in the NFL. He only played like another season or two after we got him. So we traded him away. He went on to be a Super Bowl winning corner, starting on the Kansas City Chiefs. One of the better man-to-man coverage corners. But listen, outside of him, that's the only cornerback that they have that I really have respect for. That's the only one. So yeah, man. But in regards to the Buffalo Bills, man, they're not this super stout run defense that's going to make life hell for Tony Pollard and Rico Dowd. Like, they're susceptible to it. Like, they're susceptible to the run. They're allowing 4.7 yards per carry. That's almost 5 yards an attempt. Now, they have not allowed a lot of rushing touchdowns, right? But their run defense is suspect enough where you can challenge them. You can challenge their run defense. He said 1.8 thousand seconds. Man, they done sent that man to Jupiter. That man ain't ever gonna be able to come back. I tell you what, y'all give him 101 thousand seconds. Like I know y'all already done probably shot him in the head, but I need a couple of y'all to go ahead and ban him for about 3-4 weeks. And see if we need him to only be able to come back when the playoffs around. The next time we actually play the 49ers. Y'all crazy as hell. But you listen, their run defense is suspect enough to where you can run the football, set up play action, and keep them honest. Like you can keep them honest with that, man. You can keep them honest by doing that. If you go out there, run the football, set up play action, make it to where Von Miller and those other pass rushers can't pin their ears back and go after Dak Prescott. Like make it to where, we're not a one-dimensional team. And listen, it's pretty much the same thing that we just did to the Philadelphia Eagles. We ran the ball enough to where we weren't one-dimensional. We utilized Tony Pollard. We utilized Rico Dow. We utilized Cavante Turpin. Dak Prescott ran the ball a couple of times. We had a multifaceted rushing attack. Man. So I like it. I like that idea. So that is one of their chinks in their armor. They got a decent passing defense. Right? If I go over here and change this, because we're looking at rushing defense right now. If I go over here and change it to passing defense, and I do it from the people that giving up the least amount of yards to the people that giving up the most, right? You see the Dallas Cowboys, we're top 5 passing defense, right? The Jets, who nobody seems to be able to figure out, they're second in terms of yardage. You got to scroll a little bit down, then you see the Bills, right? So they're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They're the 11th best passing defense in terms of yardage, right? In terms of yardage, they're the 11th best passing defense in the National Football League. But you see, we played better passing defenses and had success. The Jets are the second best passing defense in the National Football League. Dak Prescott went out there and had a 2 touchdown game. The Panthers are the third best passing defense in the National Football League. Dak Prescott went out there and had a 2 touchdown game, no turnovers. Jets, no turnovers. So we played better passing defenses, and we had success against them. Right? We've had plenty of success against these teams. So, am I concerned about the Buffalo Bills passing defense in totality? Not really, because we've played better passing defenses. I know they probably got better names. They got Rasul Douglas over there. Tre'Davious White, he's gone. He had a season-ending injury, right? So they got more well-known names over there than some of these other teams. But we've played better defenses that actually went out there and produced on the football field, right? So they're a decent passing defense. They're a below average run defense. And in terms of points, right? In terms of points, let's see what the scoring defenses are. Scoring defense, team rankings. Okay, let me see. So Buffalo got a decent scoring defense. They're only allowing 18 points per game and only allowing 14.5 points a game at home. So they got one of the best home defenses in the National Football League. For reference, the Dallas Cowboys only allow 15.4 points per game at home, and the Buffalo Bills allow 14.5. So at home, they're actually a slightly better defense in terms of scoring than we are at the crib. So they're a very good home defense. I don't know, what it is, what it is about them playing at home, but they don't really allow a bunch of scores at the crib. how did Henny come up with the liquor store? Henny was already a nickname of mine, and I had it was already a nickname of mine, so it was just a play on words, man. It was just a play on words. So they like to rush four and sit in zone. Well, that's good. If they're only going to rush four, they're going to give Dak Prescott time. To think about it. If they don't get home with the first four, even if they got people covered on the back end. Remember, one of the key aspects of our passing offense right now is the scramble drill after the initial 2.3 seconds. So even if they have good coverage, they're not really going to get coverage sacks on Dak Prescott, because once the first 2.3 seconds of the play passes, read 1 and read 2 don't get open, right? Dak Prescott is going to escape. He's going to go into the scramble drill. He's going to put more stress on that defense. He's going to test the integrity of that defense by scrambling, and that's when we can get big plays on this team, right? So they have a good pass rush, surprisingly. We'll see. Because listen, outside of Terrence Steele, like, I trust every single one of well, listen, they're actually two. I'm not gonna lie to you. Tyler Biadasz and Terrence Steele are the weak links on our pass defense. But if they're only gonna bring 4-man rushes, like, they should hold up, right? Because listen, there's 5 people down on the offensive line. There's only 4 people rushing, and you can also have Jake Ferguson, or you can have Tony Pollard chip and release if you want to. So I'm not really concerned. So, like, as long as you come into a game with a good schematical plan on how you want to neutralize what teams want to do defensively, like, none of this stuff really keeps you up at night. So if they only plan to bring 4 for a majority of the game, you already have more blockers than they got pass rushers, right? You said you're doing film on the ops this week. We can do one. We can take a look at the Buffalo Bill game tomorrow. So if y'all want me to do a film session on the Buffalo Bills, tune in tomorrow night. Right? Tune in tomorrow night. I'll come in. We'll take a look at what the Bills did against the Kansas City Chiefs. We'll break that game down. Right? We'll just watch the raw all 22 film, see what we can find, see what we can look at, and we'll just go from there. But thank you for the other $2 super chat, my brother. You're $1 away from a raffle entry. So thank you for the love and support, my guy. But yeah, I don't mind. If y'all want one, let me know. We'll do one tomorrow. Say, yeah, they cover 3. Oh, if they cover 3 heavy, then I'm not concerned about that. If they're gonna sit and cover 3, then Jake Ferguson's gonna have a 100-yard game. If they're gonna sit and cover 3, Jake Ferguson is going to destroy them up the seams. Right, that's the easiest read. That's the easiest read to beat cover 3. Dak Prescott is probably gonna foam at the mouth, and they're gonna if they sit and cover 3 all damn day. One dude in the middle of the field with the guys that we got, on the offensive side of the ball. Because listen, if you're playing cover 3. If you're playing cover 3, or you're playing a single high safety shell, you might throw in some cover 1. Like, these boys better be able to cover. Cause last time I checked, we done cooked Rasul Douglas plenty of times. That's the best corner they got right now. We done cooked him. We done flambéed his ass several times. All right, so y'all say yay to the film session. We'll do a film session tomorrow, then, man. We will do a film session tomorrow. Yeah, he liked the prop of Lamb, Ferg, Diggs. And listen, matter of fact, because I haven't fact checked that myself, I'm gonna take y'all at face value. If you say they sit in cover 3, they sit in cover 3. So let me try and bring this up for y'all. So this is a diagram. Let me see if I can pull it up. I hate they be trying to do this shit. all I wanted to do was show the picture. I ain't trying to read all that shit. All right, let me just go to images to see it. Let me open one up. Bear with me. I'm trying to get this thing loaded in so I can show y'all on a schematic the weaknesses of cover three. I mean, y'all already know that it's primarily the seams. It's primarily the seams in cover three. Oh no! Salute to my boy JR for the other $2 super. They got you a raffle entry. So start Jake Ferguson in fantasy this week. Yes. If listen, yes. And Zaytoven, you are right because Milano is out. Because Milano is not going to be there in the middle of that defense. It's gonna be hard for them. It's gonna be hard for them. He said my alias is Sam Rothstein. Okay. But yeah, you know when you run cover three though, man, like it's pretty much just a single high zone look. Yeah, a single high zone look, and the scenes are very susceptible. When you look at what Jake Ferguson is doing, like he is destroying every single high safety look that they get. Whether he's manned up or whether it's a zone that he got to run through, he's murdering them in every single high safety look that he gets. Right? Because really, when you see a single high safety, you know, pretty much the corners, even if they're bailing or they're manned up, they're going to be on an island on the perimeter. If they're zoned up, the inside linebackers are going to be zoned up, and they need to carry up to, you know, they need to carry people to the safety. But it's very hard to ask these linebackers to move and carry these tight ends. And if you get cute and you want to put a big wide receiver out there and run those scenes, it's damn sure hard. So that's one of the biggest weaknesses in the cover three, right? Especially with the athletes in the NFL right now. So the other team need to keep us from the 50 because we got this kicker named Brandon Aubrey that can kick 60 plus yards. And listen, they got an outside stadium. So, you know, I don't want to try a 60 yarder. You know, I don't want to try a 60 yarder in Buffalo just because there's a lot of different factors. Like he does got a strong leg, but you know, I'm not trying to kick, you know, cross country kicks in Buffalo. Especially when there's schematical advantages where we can score touchdowns. Like when we can score touchdowns against this team. So, you know, I like having him as a last resort. I know he got a big strong leg. I know he's very capable, but you know, in that environment, you know, it's gonna be a raucous crowd, a lot of pressure. Like I'm trying to go out here and hit the Buffalo Bills in the mouth. Like I want there to be no pressure on any of the kicks that Brandon Aubrey has to take. I want there to be no pressure on any kick that Brandon Aubrey has to make. Because listen, I got to see how they gonna come out here and attack the Dallas Cowboys. Right? I want to see how they come out here and attack us. I said, watch the trick play. We listen. At this point, they're playing for their lives. They're playing for their lives at this point. So I expect for them to throw the kitchen sink at the Dallas Cowboys. I expect for them to throw the kitchen sink at the Dallas Cowboys. For real. Because listen, the Philadelphia Eagles were only down 10 and they pulled out a trick play. So listen, when teams are desperate, teams feel like they're losing momentum, they'll do anything. Yeah, they're playing for their division because they're only 2 games back from the Miami Dolphins. But, you know, if the Miami Dolphins win and they lose this game, then like shit, they're right back out the playoff picture. Like they're right back out the playoff picture if they lose this game. So they're very desperate. They're very desperate. Said Buffalo going crazy, breaking pens, pencils, ripping paper on how they going to beat the Cowboys. So they're going to beat the Cowboys, but they couldn't beat the Eagles, who we beat by 1,000 points. We beat the Eagles by 1,000 points. We beat the Eagles by 1,000 points, but and they lost to the Eagles. So they want us to believe they're going to beat us. Okay. I see there. I see. I feel it though. It's good to have confidence. You're supposed to have confidence, right? We're the road team. We'll be traveling out there. So who we putting on Stephon Diggs? I'm gonna put Gilly on him. I'm gonna put Stephon. I'm gonna put Stephon Gilmore on Stephon Diggs. I'm gonna have veteran on veteran, and Deron Bland is going to completely take away Gabe Davis. He's going to completely take away Gabe Davis. He's going to take him all the way out the game, and then we're going to make Stephon Diggs fight for his life on the other side of the field. That what I would do. That is what I would do. Like, I would let Gilly, who was a veteran corner himself, go. Because listen, when you're a veteran corner going up against a veteran wide receiver, you're not going to get tricked by any of the tricks of the trade. He's not going to put a move on you that you ain't seen and get left flat-footed or anything like that, right? Because he's just as experienced, if not more so, than Diggs is. So I'll go. What's the word? What's the word I'm looking for? What's the word that I'm searching for? Yeah, I'll go experience on experience, basically. And then I'll let Deron Bland, who's an athlete, very athletic, very opportunistic guy, go up against Gabe Davis. Like, I'm really more concerned about their tight ends than I am about their other wide receivers outside of Diggs. I respect the shit out of Diggs. Gabe Davis. I think that Deron Bland can neutralize him. I think that Gilmore will give Diggs, a hard enough time to take him mostly out of the game. It's Dalton Kincaid and the other boy that concerns me. It's Dalton Kincaid and the other tight end. You know what I'm saying? Because we got the boy J-Ron Curse. J-Ron Curse gonna take away one of them. But Dawson Knox, thank you. Like Curse will take away one of them. But I got to see how my safeties are going to cover these athletic tight ends that they got. But I really got an answer for damn near everything. Like, I got J-Ron Curse for the primary tight end. I got Gilmore for Stephon Diggs. I got Deron Bland for Gabe Davis. They're not really a huge run team. Like, they got good rushing numbers, but a majority of those rushing numbers come from Josh Allen, and that's the one person I really need to watch. Not Josh Allen the passer. I need to watch Josh Allen the playmaker, because once he gets downhill, he's 6'5". He's 6'5", run like a 4'6", 4'7", some shit like that. So he's a big athletic dude that's hard to tackle and hard to bring down. So if we have perfect coverage and he takes off running, we really need to play him. We really need to play him in a similar fashion to how we play Jalen Hurts, in my opinion. Because I'm not letting him escape up the A and B gaps. And then if he does try to escape to the side, he's not as swift-footed as Jalen is. So if he tries to escape to the side, we got speed. Right, we got Michael Parsons on the edge. We got Sam Williams on the edge. So if he tries to escape, off tackle and instead of up the gaps, I'll take that. But we got to watch how we rush Josh Allen. We got to watch how we rush Josh Allen. That's going to be one of the biggest keys to victory to me. He said one piss water keystone. Like, man. He said, yeah, but Josh can actually throw dots from the pocket. He can, but he hasn't played great football these last 2 weeks. If you look at Josh Allen production these last 2 weeks, let me pull that up for us real quick. Because I'm going to take this off. That's 2 games. So let's see. Okay. So Josh Allen has completed under 60% of his passes the last 2 games. Against the Philadelphia Eagles, he completed only 56.9% of his passes. We all know he had multiple rushing touchdowns, but through the air, he had 2 touchdowns and a pick. Um, the last game he played against the Kansas City Chiefs, he completed only 54.8% of his passes, threw for 233 yards, 1 passing touchdowns, and a pick. So these last 2 games, he's thrown 3 touchdown passes and 2 interceptions. So he's not tearing it up right now. It's not like he's just out there going bunkers, from the pocket. These last couple of games he hasn't. I know that he has, a full season of games to choose from. I'm just talking about the current trajectory of how he's playing right now. Right? I'm just saying 3 touchdowns to 2 picks, completing under 60% of your passes. If Dak Prescott was doing that, people will be trying to crucify him and run him out of Dallas. Right? Let's keep it real. If Dak Prescott, if over the last 2 games, Dak Prescott had 3 passing touchdowns, 2 interceptions, and he was only completing 50-some% of his passes, folks be trying to call for that man's job right the fuck now. They be trying to find a new quarterback right now. So, like I said, I like Josh Allen. I think he got good talent, very physically gifted, but the man is not, like this Brett, like he's not even Brett Favre, if we're being honest. You know what I'm saying? He's not this big risk, big reward passing quarterback like that, man. Josh Allen be fucking up. And y'all talk about Von Miller. Let's see what Von Miller has done so far this year. Let's see. Von Miller on the season. Von Miller does not have a single sack on the season. Von Miller has not clocked a sack. Now, be it our luck that he has a great game against us, right? But Von Miller has not even got a sack this year. Let's go deeper. I know I said I saved some of the more nuanced stats for the next time around, but we might as well look. Von Miller, he said, but Henny, if you don't play for Dallas, that gets you on the cover of Madden. I know. Hey, listen, they gonna mess around and put Dak on the Madden cover this year. I don't really want that. I don't want that because Dak is probably gonna win the MVP. Dak is probably gonna win the MVP. But yeah, right now these are his grades. I know. I always tell y'all, take PFF with a grain of salt. But the man got 2 tackles. He got 1 stop. He got 3 quarterback hits and 8 hurries. 11 total pressures. Not a single sack. Not a single sack so far. His overall grade is a 47.9. His run defense grade is a 41.5. His pass rushing grade is a 54.6. So I like I said, man, I don't necessarily think Von Miller is the same dude. I don't think he's the same dude right now. I mean, he's 34. You slow down eventually. That boy they got Rose. Like I think he's a better defensive player right now at this point of his career. Yeah, Greg Rose. Because if I'm not mistaken, he was a first round pick of theirs, not like a draft class ago too. Let's see. Now he has 4.5 sacks. That's still 4.5 sacks more than Von Miller. So I don't really know where they're getting their sacks from. He said from the U. Yeah. He said I went and blitzed Josh Allen. We'll find out if we need to blitz him or not. Like I said, we're gonna break down what they do when they're pressured, what their passer rating is when they're pressured, when they're blitzed. We'll break all this stuff down. I think I'll have some of that stuff prepared for us. I think I have some of that stuff prepared for us tomorrow, before or after we do the little film session. So we'll do the film session tomorrow. Then we'll break down some more advanced stats behind them. Said AJ Spencer gets sacks for them. All right, let's see what he looking like. AJ Epinesa. All right. He has 6.5 sacks. So he has 19 combined tackles, 6.5 sacks, and 2 interceptions. That's very noticeable. 2 interceptions. And he may not be there. They're listing. They have Micah Hyde and AJ Epinesa listed week to week, because Micah Hyde is dealing with a neck injury. Epinesa is dealing with a rib injury. So they're week to week. Even if they suit up and play the Dallas Cowboys, they will not be 100% healthy. And you know that might be the difference, because right now the Dallas Cowboys are a more healthier team. Now Ed Oliver might be it. Ed Oliver might be the big sack guy on their team. Let's check it out. I like Ed Oliver. No lie. I really forgot he was over there. So let's take a look. Ed Oliver. Let me see what Ed Oliver got shaking over there. All right, I guess I gotta click on this shit. Other dudes just had their stuff up. They trying to hate me out. Yeah, I think it's a group effort, because he got 6.5 sacks too. So they don't got like one guy like a Michael Parsons looks like. It looks like everybody got 6 sacks, 4 sacks, 3 sacks. You know what I'm saying? I think it's like a group effort over there. It seems like it's more of a group effort in getting to the quarterback than having just one dominant pass rusher. That what it looking like just at face value. You know, I see one guy with 6.5. I see another guy with 6.5. I see one guy with 4.5. The other guy that we know of has 0. So I think it's like a group effort over there. They don't have a Michael Parsons, right? Because you know most teams, they got the designated pass rusher. They got the Myles Garrett. They got a Michael Parsons, a T.J. Watt. You know, even the Philadelphia Eagles got Hassan Reddick, who's their primary double-digit sack getter. So it looks like it's more of a team effort actually getting to the quarterback. That's something to keep a thought on though. Said center. Said, but asking Tyron to play 2024 is nuts. Let's enjoy him this year. Hey, Tyron Smith might mess around and make an All-Pro selection. He's playing phenomenal football, man. Listen, I was one of the main people saying the send the boy out the pasture, and then he went out here and played like this. So you know, I'm happy. I'm happy with what I'm getting. But you are right. We need to draft either a tackle for Tyron Smith to groom. If Tyron Smith wants to play next year, I'll let him play, and then we'll have his replacement on the roster. They can go do training camp together. He can be a mentor to him and take over the mantle. You know, it'd be a really good symbiotic relationship. Said Patrick Paul, Houston left tackle, my left tackle 1 for the 2024 draft. I'm gonna check him out, man. And you know we're gonna do a show over the course of all season anyway, man. So make sure you keep your draft notes together. You know, we'll look at the dudes, we'll break them down, we'll talk about it. But make sure that you compile all your draft notes and be ready during the off season, man. And be ready during the off season. He said their defense doesn't worry me, especially with the injuries. It's their offense that does it. I'm only concerned about their offense if my defense doesn't show up. Because I've seen my defense shut down the Philadelphia Eagles, who have a top 10 offense. You know, did let the boys score a touchdown. And I also saw them let Geno Smith put up 35 points after not scoring a touchdown in 3 games. So shit. You know, it just depends on what version of my defense shows up. Hey, what's up with you, Mr. Rich Bird? Thank you for coming in and showing love. So another test for Tyler versus Ed Oliver. Yeah, but the beautiful thing about it, man, like Dak Prescott doesn't really get sacked a lot in the grand scheme of things. Like he got a very low pressure rate because like we said, we're running West Coast offense. Like Dak Prescott is getting rid of the ball in 2.3 seconds or less, and if he's not getting rid of the ball in 2.3 seconds or less, he's already on the move. He's already running away from where a defensive tackle could get him. So our offensive scheme neutralizes a lot of things that we normally have concerns about. Because Tyler Biadasz and Terrence Steele have had up and down seasons, but it hasn't really been to the point to stop us from being a 10-win team, right? Like they've been suspect all year, right? They put out some good tape here, they put out some bad tape there. There'll be even kill here, and it still ain't stopped us from being the 2 seed so far. Because remember, you are the 2 seed right now. Like nothing is guaranteed, right? There's not a guarantee that the Philadelphia Eagles win out to even get these tiebreakers that people are talking about. Because right now the Dallas Cowboys are the 2 seed in the National Football League. They said Gallimore got something to prove with Hankins out. I think he'll show up this game. We'll see, man. We'll see, because the other option is Carl Davis, who's on the practice squad. So you're going to have more Mazi Smith, which you really have no choice because he's a one-tech replacing a one-tech. Chauncey Golston, who put on weight to play the defensive tackle position. He said Mazi looks crippled in his stance. Weird. Yeah, Mazi Smith needs to still work on his get off. And listen, I'm gonna say this: Mazi Smith ain't really played enough football for me to be mad at Mazi Smith. Because at this point in his development, he's not better than Jonathan Hankins. Jonathan Hankins has been getting the lion's share of the defensive tackle snaps, especially as the season has progressed. So he doesn't really play enough for me to be mad, because he hasn't gotten the opportunity to get enough reps to really improve like that. So if he has to start and play for the rest of the regular season, these last 4 games until Jonathan Hankins gets back, it's probably the best thing for his development. If we're being honest, there's only so much you can learn in limited snaps and in the film room. Some shit you got to actually put your hands on. Like you're not gonna get better with your pad levels unless you're putting your hands on another grown man and trying to push you back. You're not gonna get better with your footwork unless you're actually working on it in a real game scenario. Exactly, Danny Savage. Like this 4-game stretch over the last part of the season will be a very good opportunity to evaluate Mazi Smith and how he's performing right in his development. Yeah, all that shit is coachable. All that stuff is coachable. Pad level, get off. It's just really time. It's really just timing the snap count. Right, his get off is super slow because he ain't got a good time on the snap count. He's not getting a real good get off, but he's not really used to doing that. Right, because he was so much more physically dominant than the guys he was playing in college. Even getting off of the ball slow, he would win. Like he would still win getting off the ball late in college because he was so much stronger and overbearingly physical than the guy he was going up against. In the NFL, that's an entirely different ball game. You know what I'm saying? Like there's guys that are stronger than Mazi that he'll be going up against. So he got to get that first step down. But he already got the things that aren't teachable. You can't teach being that big or being that strong and being that nasty, because he got the mindset, he got the physical strength, and he got the physical size. He just have to get the he got to get the mechanics he got to get mechanics down. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I saw that. I seen that he got up, that he came back to the sideline, and they're also saying that we are expected to miss him for some amount of time because it is a high ankle sprain. They don't want to make it worse to where he won't be back for the playoffs. So they're going to be cautious with Big Hank the Tank. Yeah, I think Mazi Smith needs reps. I think he needs reps. And really, I wouldn't say that we need to draft another defensive tackle, because the turnaround on one text is usually about 3 years. Right? The turnaround on one text is usually about 3 years. it was most defensive tackles. Jalen Carter, who was supposed to be a top 5 draft pick, but failed, is like. Y'all hear me? Okay, I'm back. Who was that we signed to the practice squad? That was Carl Davis. Carl Davis, 6'5", 335 pounds, former third round pick. Played at multiple teams. He got size. I just don't know. I just don't know. Said, but we giving Osa the bag, $80 million. I highly doubt that. I mean, I highly doubt that Osa is going to demand $80 million because listen, he's a 3 tech. One of the things that 3 tech defensive tackles do, they are the ones that actually get sacks, and he only got 3. You know what I'm saying? So like Osa's playing good football, but Osa is not going to demand. He's not going to demand the kind of money that the boy that went to the 49ers is going to get, right? He's not gonna get that. He ain't gonna get that same kind of bag. And if I'm not mistaken, I think Osa got another year on his contract anyway. Yeah, you don't even got to make a decision on Osa until after next season. Yeah, he got 3 on the playing rundown. Jerry Jones don't care about that. Jerry Jones don't care nothing about that. And when you look around the league, man, like you gotta be him at the defensive tackle position to get paid like that. Like when you look at the highest paid defensive tackles in the National Football League, you don't look at Osa and say he should be one of them. Matter of fact, I know it's a little bit of a segue. I'm gonna just show you what I'm talking about. Hold on. Let me go to over the cap defensive tackle. Hey, thank you, Triple D, for the $5 super chat. He said for the content. Thank you for the love, my boy. And remember, everybody that sends $5 will be entered for opportunity to win a ticket to the Cowboys versus Lions game on December the 30th, man. So thank y'all for the love. Make sure y'all continue to hit that Cash App, that super chat, that like button, and that share button, man. We rocking the liquor store tonight. Yo, 681 boy, what's up with you, man? Thank you for tapping in and showing love to the channel, my boy. Micah Parsons' contract will not be up, but he will be eligible for an extension. So we'll still control Micah Parsons for several more years because this is year 3 for him. He'll be in the final year of his rookie contract, and plus we can pick up his 5th-year option. So the Dallas Cowboys actually control Micah Parsons' contract for the next 2 seasons. But this upcoming off season is the first time that you can actually negotiate with Micah Parsons to get a contract done. So his contract is not up, but you can go ahead and start negotiating with him. Do I believe that they get him done first? I think they actually will. I think they actually do Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb first. You clear a lot more cap space by signing Dak Prescott because he's gonna cost you almost $60 million next year if you don't extend him. He's played like the MVP this year, right? So odds are you extend Dak Prescott, you get a deal done with CeeDee Lamb, who already is going to be on his 5th-year option next year. You don't want him to play on his 5th-year option. Don't want to risk him trying to sit out or anything. And then you come back to the table to Micah Parsons. He said just sign Dak, Lamb, and Parsons and make it press conference. Hey, I agree with you on that part, my boy. Hey, give me 1 second, man. See my boy talking like. Yo, what's good, my boy? No, we live in the liquor store, man. What you got going? Ah, nah, man. I'm gonna hit you. Huh? Nah, they can't hear you. All right, I'm gonna hit you. I'm gonna hit you right back, cuzzo. It's my brother landlord gave me a call, man. I'm gonna chop it up with him in just a second. But yeah, man, listen, you got to pay for what you want in life. If you want a good quarterback, listen, if you want an MVP quarterback, you gotta pay him. If you want a defensive player who's in the running for the defensive player of the year every year, you got to pay him. If you want an all-pro wide receiver, you got to pay him. And guess what? Dak Prescott's the front runner for MVP. You pay for that. CeeDee Lamb is one of the best wide receivers in the National Football League. You pay for that. Micah Parsons is going to make his third all-pro team this year. I'm already calling it. You pay for that shit. So you are right, Zaytoven. If you want nice things, you go and pay for nice things. You know, I can't go to the vet dealership. I can't go to the vet dealership, you know, looking to only spend $10,000. Right? Not even $10,000 down. Just looking to spend $10,000 at you know, that's an $80,000 vehicle. That's a $80,000 vehicle. I can't be talking about 10 with them folks up there at the dealership. Right? You got to know where you at. You got to know what you're paying for. Like Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb, Micah Parsons, those are some of the best players in the NFL at this point. You pay for that. So you know what? You are right. Go ahead and just pay everybody at one time. You say, I can't see us paying Bland. No team in the NFL has two $100 million cornerbacks. Well, thank God we ain't got to worry about it right now. Because this is just year 2 for the run Bland. He got 2 more years, and we can franchise tag him. So the Dallas Cowboys, they control his destiny for 3 more years. I will worry about the run Bland in 2026. Said Lamb and Parsons are both going to be $30 million a year plus Dak, LOL 55. Shit, Dak Prescott Dak Prescott wins MVP. And matter of fact, I'm gonna tell it to you like this, man, because Dak Prescott is probably going to win MVP. Because I don't see us losing another game this season. Like we got 4 games left. We're either going to be 4-0 or 3-1 in that stretch. I really feel 4-0 right now with the way that we're playing on both sides of the football. If he wins out, he's going to win MVP regardless of what the hell goes on with Philly. Regardless of what goes on with Philly, he's going to win MVP. So we're already on the hook for that. If he goes on and we win the Super Bowl, we win a Super Bowl. He's a Super Bowl winning quarterback, win Super Bowl MVP. Like he gonna have the Joneses by the nuts. It's over with at that point. Yeah, that is crazy, Joe. The only 2 teams in the NFL that have no shot of making the playoffs are the Panthers and the Patriots. The New York Giants, who were dead in the water, are 1 game back from the final wild card spot in the NFC. Right? So all these teams that got off the bad starts, they done rattled off some wins. They done went on a decent stretch. They right back in it. So the beautiful thing about that for us, people talk about how easy the Philadelphia Eagles schedule is. The Seattle Seahawks got a good team. They got a good team. They're gonna play them at home, and they're playing for their playoff lives. Right? The New York Giants, like I said, they're a game back. They need 1 game. They need at least 1 game against the Eagles. They're gonna be playing for their playoff lives. Right? They're going to be in dog fights in all of these games, man. The Broncos, thank you. The Broncos, what's crazy, the Broncos are a game back from winning their division. The Broncos went from being a laughingstock of the league to probably being a top 4 seed in the AFC if they can manage another win against the Chiefs. The Giants need 2 out of the 4. And guess what? They need at least 1 against the Eagles then, because they play the Eagles twice. So they need to beat the Eagles at least once. They need to beat the Eagles at least once, in my opinion. Because listen, I know the Eagles on paper are better, but who do you know and who can you prep for better than a divisional rival that you always see? You always see the Eagles. You play the Eagles all the time. So they'll be prepared for that game, man. They already got tape. They already done seen how other teams are playing them. So we'll see. It's gonna be a very interesting stretch of games. But I done gave y'all an hour and 20 of some premium Dallas Cowboys content. Thank y'all for coming in and showing love to the platform. I need y'all to come back tomorrow night. We'll do a small film session on the Buffalo Bills, and we'll go out there and we'll look at some more advanced stats. Like we'll look at some more stats tomorrow. We'll do a little film session, break down what they did, and how well they played against the Chiefs, and we'll just go from there, man. But on the way out, man, make sure y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure y'all hit that share button. Make sure you slap the dog shit out of a Buffalo Bills fan because they the op of the week. They got to go in the pack just like everybody else. And make sure y'all hit that Cash App or the Super Chat on the way out the door if y'all want an opportunity to win that game ticket, man. So thank y'all for the love. Thank y'all for the support. I'm going to holler